What's good, everyone? My name is Kalen, joined by my co-host, as always, Luke or Ray Swag, and this is the Huddle Break podcast. How you doing today, Ray?
Dude, I'm vibing, man. Life's good right now. Well, not if you're a Panthers fan, but other than that,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been a good week. Uh, get my wisdom teeth out tomorrow,
nice,
so
nice.
I'm gonna be out of commission for a few days,
Hey, you gonna
unfortunately.
need a nurse, bro? I got you.
I got Savannah, don't worry.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna start the show off today with our Week 14 takeaways, and jump right into our Week 15 predictions, and end the show off with Week 15 fantasy locks. However, before that, we want to announce that we're doing a mailbag slash Q&A. Pretty much, if you guys have any questions that you want us to answer on the pod, you can either tweet them or DM us on Twitter. You know, RaySwag at RaySwag underscore, or the Huddle Break Twitter at Huddle Break, or me, not K4. But yeah, got a lot to talk about today. It's an exciting week of football. No more buys. We get 16 games per week. 2 on Saturday, 1 on Thursday, 13 on Sunday, and 1 on Monday. So it's going to be a jam-packed week of NFL. I'm super excited for it. We have 4 days of it. So without further ado, let's jump into our Week 14 takeaways. What do you got, Ray?
All right, man. So the first thing I think it's important to talk about, news just dropped last night. Here we're sitting at December 16th, which is a Thursday. And so last night we found out that Urban Meyer was let go as the head coach of Jacksonville.
Deuces.
Um, what?
I said deuces.
Yeah, literally. It's looked weird from the start, and now with this new news that he kicked kicker Josh Lambo in preseason and said, "I'm the effing coach. I can kick whoever I want." I can't believe he actually said that, but that's incredible, man. I can't believe. It's just mind boggling. It's mind boggling. And then the whole thing with the staying home in Ohio and grinding on that, whatever. So that whole situation,
Well,
it's mind-boggling to see. I don't know how somebody can ruin a 5-year deal that quick. Doesn't even last a season.
I mean,
I
also
don't know
he.
how. I was
So,
just gonna say I don't know how someone who's a leader like that can be so immature. But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, he benched James Robinson. James
Yeah,
Robinson had a crazy season last year. He's a
right.
good running back. He's probably the best offensive talent on that team right now, with how bad Trevor Lawrence is playing. And he
Yeah, for
benched him for
sure.
Carlos Hyde because Carlos Hyde went to Ohio State. I mean, that is just so stupid. And
Right,
Carlos Hyde has gotten cut from 4 different NFL teams because he's simply not good enough. And you're gonna bench your best offensive player for him. It's just bad coaching. It's bad
right.
leadership, and it's time that he goes. I mean, the experiment's dead. It's one of the shortest tenures of all time, and I think it's good riddance, right?
I mean, I definitely think it's in the best interest of the organization. I think it was the correct decision.
Yeah, absolutely was. Well, how do you think it'll affect their season? You think they're gonna pull out a W this week, and maybe in the next few weeks, maybe take two
Hey,
more
I mean,
wins?
we'll see what happens in predictions this week, but I definitely think that they're going to have a little bit of, oomph behind them. Maybe, I think what they did wrong was hiring a coach whose personality and sort of fame is bigger than their quarterback. And not to say the quarterback always has to be the center of attention, but you're sort of drafted this number one overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, and then you drafted this sort of winning controversial head coach, and it sort of overshadowed the quarterback. I don't know, it just felt weird from the beginning. I don't know how to explain it. It felt kind of, it was either boom
Forced.
or bust. I felt, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll win. I think they have they have okay players. They'll play James Robinson, win a couple games. We'll see what happens.
I like it, man. All right, well, we'll move on to my first takeaway of week 14. It's simply that the AFC North is the Bengals' division to lose. Joe Burrow and the Bengals almost let them insane comeback on Sunday, losing to Jimmy G in overtime. That was a beautiful game-winning drive. Lamar Jackson's banged up. The Browns are injured, plus have a huge COVID outbreak. I mean, they need to win on Sunday, and they need to take first place in their division, and it's their division to lose. They're the healthiest team, even though the T. Higgins and Joe Burrow do have Q tags. They're the healthiest team in their division by far right now. And I think if they don't win their division, it'd be a real shame. What are your thoughts, Ray?
I actually think the NFC North is complete. I'm sorry, the AFC North is completely wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bengals are good. I still think it's the Ravens division right now, just because they do have the lead. They're super injured. Once they get healthy, I think they're probably the best overall team. And I would say I think the Bengals are second, but the Browns are still in the mix, and even the Steelers have a long shot at making noise. So the AFC North is kind of a conglomerate, and it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks. But I like that take because I really like the Bengals.
Well, I just man, that they're just with how injured the Ravens are and the Browns
Mhm.
are, they've
Yeah.
got they've got to take advantage of this. If they don't win this division, it'd be a real letdown because who knows when they're gonna have an opportunity like this again, where the Ravens have the most injured season in the last 10 years for their organization, and the Browns have all this turmoil with Baker Mayfield playing awful and being extremely injured. And with the Steelers having Big Ben be awful and losing T.J. Watt for 3.5 games, so I just don't know when they're going to get an opportunity in such a talented division that they're in. So I think that this is their season to win it for sure. But we'll move on. What's your second take, Ray? Or
Yeah.
takeaway?
So my second take is how tight the top of the NFC just got.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I could see honestly with what 4 games to go, I could see any one of these 5 teams getting the 1 seed. Now the Rams still, well, no, yeah, any one of these 5 teams, bro. So okay, 3-10-4 teams. Sorry, 3-10-3 teams and 2-9-4 teams. You've got the Packers, the Bucks, and the Cardinals at 10-3, and then you've got the Cowboys and the Rams at 9-4. I could see any one of those 5 teams getting the 1 seed. It's actually incredibly tight at
Yeah.
the top. Um, I'm so excited for this down the stretch. It's going to be so interesting to see all these teams vying for the spot. Honestly, I mean, the Packers are pretty freaking dominant. They're probably the best team, but you can't really rule out the Bucks either. I would say it's probably Packers or Bucks right now. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see, dude. It's gonna be fascinating.
I think it's going to be the Bucks. They have the easiest strength of schedule remaining. They have the Jets, and then no offense, the Panthers twice, and the Saints. So
Yeah.
they have the easiest strength of schedule in the NFL. Their combined win rates of all the teams remaining is the lowest in the NFL, 32nd. So
Wow.
I think that they're really set up to get this number one seed. Arizona and Green Bay also have very easy strengths of schedules left. Unfortunately, the Cardinals have to play the Cowboys and the Colts, who I think are two very hard matchups. I mean, that Colts team is built for the playoffs, and they're built for playoff teams. But both those teams also get the Lions. So,
Right.
um, yeah, I think the Tampa's gonna run away with that number one seed, but it definitely Green Bay, Arizona could definitely take it as well. But yeah, man, it's super close. I love it, dude. I think those 5 teams are probably 5 of the best in the NFL, with like the Patriots and the Chiefs as the other two, like in the mix of the top 7, I guess. I think those 7 teams are the strongest for sure, though. But yeah, I agree with you. It's really entertaining, really top heavy. Let's move on though to my final take of this segment we're doing. And it's about the AFC playoff run. The Bills are in danger, and they need to hit panic mode, dude. They're currently
Yeah.
sitting at 7-6, and 5 teams in the AFC are sitting at 7-6. And then there's 3 more teams who have 6 wins or 6-7. The Steelers are 6-6, 6-6-1. Sorry. And yeah, they got to start worrying, man. I know we were talking a little about it before. What do you have to say about it?
Yeah. No, I definitely completely agreed. Agree with you. Um, they're down bad, dude, and they don't have shoe-in wins either. They better win against the Panthers. That's all I gotta say. They better win.
Yeah,
They better bring their A game. Because they've been slacking, and now Josh Allen's dealing with like a day-to-day. Is it a hamstring, something like that?
yeah,
I think he'll probably play, but yeah, dude, they're kind of a weird team, and really, I mean, they're just being exposed for what they are. And I love the Bills. I mean, Josh Allen's a beast. I love Sean McDermott. I love their coaching staff. They have great defensive pieces. Huge Jordan Poyer fan. Star Latulele. They have amazing Micah Hyde. They have amazing players. Stephon Diggs, obviously. They have no running game. They have absolutely no running. Their running game is Josh Allen. Okay, and sometimes their defense can give up the big play.
yeah,
And it's a good defense and it's a good passing game. But when you can't run the ball in cold weather, it kind of shows.
yeah,
Unfortunately, it does kind of show. And they're still a very good team with a very talented roster who, if they make the playoffs, which right now they have the 7th seeds, they'd be in. if they make the playoffs, that's still a team that no one would want to play. They'd probably be the best 7th seed in NFL history. But look, I mean, this is a team that people had lofty expectations for. People were saying they're going to run away with the division. And
they're going to run with the AFC. I mean,
they're going to win the AFC. A lot of people had them making the Super Bowl.
Yeah, people had them top 5.
Right.
We had them top 5 halfway through the season. So
right, and because they were blowing a lot of teams out. But then you kind of look at it and they're like, look who they're blowing out. And then I think the game that people were really like, where they got blown out by the Colts.
Yeah, that Colts game.
Yeah, and people were like, oh wait, let's pump the brakes on the Eagles or the Bills train a little bit.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm rooting for him. I like the Bills a lot. I have friends who are Bills fans. So it'll be interesting to see, but they're definitely in a little bit of a panic mode, I would say, with 4 games to go.
Yeah, I mean they've got the Pats. That's their only team with a positive record they have left. But besides that, they have a pretty easy schedule, man. They got the Jets, Falcons, and Panthers.
Yeah, I think I would hope they could win 3 of those.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They need to win 3 of their last 4 to be safely into the playoffs. I think because
10-7 should get you in the AFC. It should.
Yeah, because 5 teams have a 7-6 record. So if they only win 2 and 2 other teams win 3, then you're out of the playoffs. And I think that'd be awful. I mean, realistically, the Dolphins could make the playoffs over them. If they only win 2 and the Dolphins win out all 4 of their last 4, the Dolphins make it in over the Bills. And that's just something in the beginning of the season you would have never expected, right?
Right.
And the Dolphins, their schedule's a little more difficult though. They've got to play the Titans and the Patriots. So I don't think the Dolphins got to play the Titans and the Patriots in their last 4, so as well as the Saints and Jets. So I mean, it's possible, but I mean they're a game behind right now. If the Bills lose a game to the Falcons or the Panthers, and then as well as the Patriots, and the Dolphins win out, man, that would be a crazy. Oof. Just wanted to throw that in there. They may not even get second in their division. It's very possible. But let's move on though. I think that's all 4 takeaways for the week for us. Anything else you want to add, Ray?
I think that's it, man. I think we covered it.
All right, cool. So let's move into our predictions. So last week, you were up 3 games on me. We disagreed on 4. You went 9-5, and I went 12-2. So we're tied once again at 132, 74, and 1. I think we're gonna disagree on probably 3-4 games again this week. I'm hoping we can one of us can take a lead, but it's kind of crazy how similar we have been this season. I mean,
we can duo, bro.
It's insane that we've been tied like every other week the last like 8 weeks. It's just weird. Yeah, this is gonna be a jam-packed week, man. 4 days of football.
No more buys, right?
And no more buys. Super excited. We got Thursday night football tonight. It's gonna be a legendary game. Probably the most important game of Justin Herbert's career as of now. They're fighting for number 1 seed in the AFC West. So Chiefs at Chargers. Where's this game going, Ray?
Dude, this is gonna be such a good game. I'm so hyped we get this on a Thursday night. I mean, Chargers won in Arrowhead, right? So conventional wisdom would tell you they're going to win at home. But I don't know, dude. This Chiefs team is playing insane right now. They're starting to get it together on offense finally. And their defense, dude, they look like what? They look like a top 3 defense now. It's actually insane.
Yeah, they've given up 9.6 points per game in their last 5 games.
What?
9.6.
It's actually unbelievable because they were literally horrible. And now they're actually incredible.
They were 32nd through 5 weeks, and now they're
crazy.
Number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a good game, man. I gotta go with the Chiefs on this one though. I'm gonna go 26-20. Kansas City gets the victory.
So you like that Chiefs -3?
Yeah, I think I would go Chiefs -3.
Me too. I like it a lot. I think the Chiefs are in playoff mode right now. That Chiefs defense has been shutting people down. And I think Justin Herbert has shown some weakness throughout the season. I think that the Chiefs are going to prep for that and kind of exploit it. I don't think it's going to be that close, but I hope it is. I hope we get a 4-touchdown, 400-yard game from both these QBs, and it's a 35-32 shootout or something. But I think it's going to be kind of a one-sided victory by Kansas City here. I think the Chiefs will win by a touchdown or 2. I love Chiefs -3. I bet on it already. I think Chiefs win this game 31-17. Yeah, let's hope it's good though. Let's move on to the Saturday 3:30 game. Raiders at Browns. So the Browns have like half their roster out to COVID, including Baker Mayfield, Kareem Hunt, Jarvis Landry. I mean, this team, that's just offensive players. This team is really injured and COVID has really hurt them. So, it's a 1 point spread right now. Where's this game going, Ray?
You know, I'm actually a little surprised this is a 1 point spread. And correct me if I'm wrong, the Raiders are favored?
Yeah, -1.
Like what? Am I tripping or is that like not right? Like I feel like the Browns should be favored here.
Well, Case Keenum's playing. Baker's out.
I don't care. Like that's not a downgrade in my opinion.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I guess that's a hot take. I don't know. I mean
I mean, it's no Baker, no Jarvis, no Austin Hooper, no Kareem Hunt.
Oh, frick.
That's just on offense.
So that's why the frick. Okay. I didn't realize Kareem Hunt wasn't playing. Screw it. I'm going to go Browns win. I don't care. Browns get the dub 25-17. Their defense come through. Myles Garrett has a career day. There it is.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know who's out on defense. Let me look really quick. I'm curious because let's see who's out on their defense. Jonathan oh, that's Raiders. Why did I type Raiders? Wait, what? Oh, I'm tripping, my bad. Clowney is he did not participate in practice on Wednesday. Ronnie Harrison didn't. Anthony Schwartz didn't. Greg Newsome didn't. Malik Jackson didn't. Oh man, they're having a lot of injuries. Yeah. Yeah, definitely give me the Raiders here. Or not the Raiders. All day. Raiders gonna win this game. I think what's his name? The tight Darren Waller. I don't think he participated, but I think they still win this game. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Raiders all day, man. 27-13. This Browns team's too broken up right now. I think they're going to take this dub. Let's move on to the Saturday night game. It should be another great one. It's Patriots at Colts. Ray, where's this game going?
Dude, this is going to be another good game. Is okay. So, is there more COVID stuff that I'm not missing? Is that why the Colts are favored?
There is no COVID in this game. Oh wait,
okay,
yeah,
so
there's JJ Taylor is out with COVID. That's it.
So why are they favored?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know.
Okay, what the frick? I mean, freaking Bovada's down right now, but once they get the frick up, okay. Anyway,
it's 2.5 point spread right now.
Yeah, like what? I mean, the Colts are good, but man, you're talking about arguably, I mean, maybe probably the best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
Actually, definitely the best team in the AFC.
7-win streak right now.
Yeah, like what? What are we doing here? Patriots win this one. You know, maybe the Colts make it close, but Patriots win at 27-24. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Pat's money line right here is free cash. I slammed it already. I mean, this is either going to be a week where I make a lot of money or a week where I was a fish.
Yeah, I mean, am I missing something here? Like, wow.
I mean, they're at home. It's Colts at home. I don't know. I don't know, Ray. But
and the Patriots are undefeated on the road this year.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yes. They haven't lost a game on the road.
Yeah, I think Patriots win this game all day. I think it's a free bet. I put on my notes here, Pat's money line is free money. So we're seeing eye to eye there. Let's move on to the first game of Sunday. Titans at Steelers, right? I think this game is a pick'em. So where do you think it's going?
Yeah, I went back and forth on this game a little bit. But I sort of just stripped it down to who has the better players at the moment. And it is in Heinz Field, which is an advantage. And I actually think the Steelers win this one pretty convincingly. The Titans are kind of a weird team. I don't think the Titans are even close to the same without A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry. I don't care that they shut out the Jaguars. Anyone can do that in their sleep.
You shouldn't care.
Right. I'm going to go Steelers win this one kind of convincingly, actually. I'm going to say 27-17. I liked what they showed in that second half against the Vikings, except not Chase Claypool, but other than that.
I mean, we're seeing eye to eye here. I put down 28-17. Steelers win this one. Steelers money line seems free. It's pick'em. Love this bet as well. I mean, the Steelers should win this game since the Titans, since losing Derrick Henry, ranked 28th in EPA per play. The only teams that they are more efficient on offense than are the Texans, Jags, Panthers, and Giants. They they just can't move the ball, and I think that the Steelers just run out the clock on them and win this game pretty handsomely. So we're definitely seeing eye to eye there. Let's move on. This one might be rough for you, Ray. Panthers at Bills. Where's it going?
Listen, okay. I just have to do it, okay? I understand the Bills are 11-point favorites. First of all, I love Panthers plus 11. Like, purely objectively speaking, no bias. I actually love Panthers
Me
plus
too.
11.
Me too.
Okay. But also, I'm picking Panthers money line, okay?
Oh my god.
We're winning the freaking game.
Ray.
Okay? If I lose this, okay, then I'm probably not picking the Panthers again. Especially because we play the Bucks 2 of the next 3 weeks after that.
Oh.
The Bills are down bad. I mean, the Panthers are obviously down horrendous as well. We just lost the Falcons. But we would have won that game if we didn't have 2 bad turnovers. I don't know. I just got a feeling this is going to be that weird game. Panthers
I hope it
win
is.
24-23 over the Bills. Mark it in, baby.
As much as I know the Panthers will lose this game, I hope they win for your sake.
Thank you.
You've been having a rough year here. Christian McCaffrey's been really injured, and it's starting to look like he doesn't need to be in Panthers clothes. I mean, it's just you guys need to move on. It's just you shouldn't pay running backs. It sucks because I love CMC. I know you love him 10 times more than I do. So I know it sucks that he keeps getting injured now 2 years in a row. But yeah, I just don't see the Bills losing this game really. I think they win by this touchdown, but I really like Panthers plus 11. I think that's a good bet. But again, the Bills' offense looked really good last week in the second half against the Bucks, and if they come out just firing like that against the Panthers, it's not going to be a close game. The Bills will win by 2 touchdowns if that's the case. But yeah, give me Bills 24-17. And yeah, let's move on to the NFC East matchup of the week, or the first NFC East matchup of the week. You got the Washington football team at the Eagles. What do you think, Ray?
Yeah, so, okay. Are there anything else I'm missing? Because I tried to do research on it.
There's a lot of injuries in this game. A lot of Q tags.
Okay, because it's -9. Eagles -9.
It's 10 on my site.
Oh my goodness.
But so let me tell you the injuries. Terry McLaurin has a Q tag. He did a non-participant on Wednesday. Jalen Hurts has a Q tag. Miles Sanders has a Q tag. J.D. McKissick has a Q tag. Jordan Howard has a Q tag, and Kyle Allen has COVID.
Man.
So yeah, it's gonna be we'll see where we get. But I'm thinking Jalen Hurts will play.
I have no idea why the Eagles are -9 in this game. Kyle Allen is not a bad backup if Heineke doesn't play. I have no idea.
Kyle Allen has COVID.
Who? Kyle Allen?
Yeah, he has COVID.
What about Heineke?
He has no injury designation.
Okay, so what? What are we doing here? Why? Okay, smash whatever it is, -9.5. I mean, sorry, +9.5, +10 for Washington. Like what? That's literally the easiest bet of the week. Smash that. I also have Washington winning the game.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. 30-27. Give me the football team over the Eagles. Much better coaching. Ron Rivera over Nick Sirianni every day.
Wow, that's bold, Ray. That's
football
bold.
Team.
Well,
name redacted.
All right, I guess we're going to be disagreeing on another game. I love it. Yeah, give me the Eagles all day over the football team. The football team is struggling. They've got some injuries. I mean, Taylor Heineke left the game twice last week, and now he has no injury designation, which is weird. He hasn't. Who's his backup now? Let me look at this real quick. Sorry. So if he gets injured, then it's Kyle Shermer coming in to be the backup. So that's yeah. Well, I mean, I just think the Eagles are the better team. But the spread is definitely too big. I think the best bet is definitely Washington football team +10. But I mean, yeah, I think the Eagles are the better team here. Let's move on though. We got an AFC South matchup. Texans at Jags. Ray, where's it going?
Texans at Jags. I'm just going to do it for the memes, but there is something about when Gruden got fired, the Raiders had a little, push. And this is the perfect game for the Jags to randomly get, 2 pick sixes against Davis Mills, who, by the way, actually didn't look horrible against the Seahawks. But that is a horrible Seahawks defense.
Yeah.
Not like the Jags defense is any better. But I'm just going to do it. Let's do it. Let's run it. Let's go 34-17. Jags crush the Texans.
So you're picking the 5.5 point favorites to win.
Jags are 5.5-point favorites.
Yes, they are 5.5-point favorites. They were 3.5-point favorites before Urban Meyer got fired, and the points
No, that's actually hilarious.
there was a 2-point swing in their
That's
favor
awesome. No, I
after he
think
got fired.
I don't know if I would bet it or not. I have that feeling the Jags are gonna crush them. If I were to bet, then yeah, I'd probably go Jags. I don't know. I don't know if I bet. That's a
Yeah.
honestly that's kind of a big number.
Yeah, so
I'm
I
going
went back
Jags win though.
yeah, I went back and forth in this game a lot. The Texans did win the first matchup. However, that was with Tyrod Taylor, and Tyrod Taylor is no longer the starter. So I think it could go either way, but I pretty much wrote down I'm just gonna pick the opposite of what you picked to make it interesting. So I'm going with Texans. This game could go either way. It's gonna be a meat show, and it should be exciting. So I'm going with Texans. You're going with Jags. Sounds good to me. Let's move on though to the second NFC East matchup of the week. My Cowboys in New York facing off against the Giants. The Cowboys are 10.5-point favorites, and they will cover that. They are the second best team against the spread. They're 10-3 in the season. They're gonna cover. They're gonna beat the Giants 37-14. This Giants team stinks. They're injured. They got a little bit of COVID in their system, man. They don't. I'm not even gonna say like there's a chance. There's not a chance they win. Period. Point blank. Period. Saquon Barkley's a Q tag. Daniel Jones is a Q tag. Kadarius Toney's out with COVID. Give me the Cowboys all day by 2+ touchdowns. What do you think, Ray?
Yeah, I also think that the Cowboys look good. First of all, Giants need to go ahead and put Jake Fromm in. I don't know why they're putting Glennon in. But yeah, I got the Cowboys winning. I'll say 36-24. Saquon gets a couple tutties, but Cowboys win it pretty handily.
Good. It was a pretty close one last week, kind of scary, but luckily they pulled out in the end.
They could have lost that game. They actually could have easily.
Yeah, very easily. It was kind of scary, and it was so funny because like we're watching the third quarter, and every drive they're just running Zeke and doing nothing. And I'm like telling my dad, I'm like, well, dude, they think this game's over? We're up by 2 touchdowns, and there's a quarter and a half left. Like, this game could turn around in half a second. And what do you know? The game turns around in half a second, and the Cowboys are about to go to OT with the football team. Man, I was freaking out. I was not happy about that. But the blocked extra point saved the Cowboys spread. They were 6.5-point favorites. And the blocked extra point made them win by 7 instead of 6
that's insane.
To save my cash. I won a three-leg parlay because of that.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was very happy. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on. I think we both agree Cowboys win this game pretty handily. Got another game that probably won't be close. Cardinals at Lions. Where's this game going, Ray?
Yeah, I mean the Cardinals will probably beat the brakes off them. I'll say 31-20. Cardinals win just to be nice. But it'll probably be like 37-7 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so this is a really injured game as well.
Yeah.
D-Hop's out for the rest of the regular season at least. James Conner's got a Q tag. DeAndre Swift has a Q tag. Jamel Williams is out with COVID. TJ Hawkinson is out. Chase Edmonds might be elevated off IR.
Bro.
Yeah, it's just a really injured game. But I think regardless of the injuries, I think everyone on the Lions could play. And all those people could be out for the Cardinals, and they still win this game. Give me Cardinals 31-17. I like Cardinals minus 13, but I probably won't take it. That seems just a really big spread for a really injured game. So, but yeah,
I don't hate that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't hate it either, but I just hate big spreads like that in injured games because you don't know what you're gonna get. But let's move on to an AFC East matchup. We got Jets at Dolphins. Ray, where's the game going?
Let's see, Jets, Dolphins, bro. I think it's another injured game, man.
It is. Do you want me to read off?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, so Jalen Waddle has COVID. Elijah Moore's on IR. Myles Gaskin has COVID. Tevin Coleman has a Q tag. Michael Carter might be elevated off IR. Philip Lindsay has COVID. To put in perspective, all of the Miami running backs are injured. They're going to be running with Duke Johnson and someone named Jared Dokes. So their whole running back room is pretty much out. So where's this game
I don't
going?
know. I think I'm gonna go with the better coach team. which is clearly the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are still in what, a 5-game win streak, something like that.
Yeah, they're popping off.
5-game win streak, I think. So I'm gonna continue with it. I think Dolphins do get this win. I think they might make it competitive because of the injuries, the Jets, but I go 28-24. Dolphins get the dub.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Dolphins should win this game. If they don't, I would be very surprised. They're the better team. I think even with all those injuries, they're still by far the better team. Um, Jets are in plus 9.5. I do like that, however. I think this outbreak in Miami is really going to make it hard for them to win by over 10. I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game. And in low-scoring games, a 10-point spread's hard to cover. So, I think, yeah, give me Jets 9.5 on that one, but the Fins win this one 24-17. Let's move on to the Bengals at the Broncos. So, the Bengals are 2.5-point underdogs. There's just Q tags in this game. No COVID that I can see. KJ Hamler's out. But besides that, we got T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Devante Williams, and Melvin Gordon, all with Q tags. They were all limited participants on Wednesday. Where do you think this game's going, Ray?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit confused here because the line is plus 1.5. Bengals plus 1.5, right? The Broncos are favored.
It's 2.5 on my site for Bengals.
Man, okay, so yeah, I'm confused about that because the Broncos beat the brakes off the Lions. Yay, congrats. The Bengals are the better team.
They beat the Eagles like 2 weeks before really bad, but I'm with you.
They're the better team. They scored 9. They couldn't move the ball against the Chiefs. I don't know. The Bengals are the better team, so I don't know why they're not favored. I mean, maybe the Broncos will make it close. I'll say 28-25, but Bengals are taking this dub for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Bengals take this dub for sure, 31-21. I love Bengals money line. I don't know why they're 2.5-point underdogs.
Yeah,
I mean,
spreads are weird this week. What?
Yeah, they it's very weird. But I mean, again, it'll probably be one of those weeks where we bet on all these, and then we're the fish, we're the bait, and we just lose them all. So we'll see.
I expect Joe Mixon to have a good bounce back week as well.
Yeah. I mean, him, Devante Williams. I mean, this is gonna be a run heavy game, honestly. I mean,
yep.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. The Bengals' run defense is pretty bad, so I think it's definitely a good game for the run game. A good day for the run game. Let's move on though to Falcons at the Niners. This one should be pretty good. Let me run through the injuries. Calvin Ridley, of course, is out. Besides that, George Kittle and Elijah Mitchell have Q tags, but that's about it. Where's this game going, Ray?
Yeah, I don't know. This was interesting, dude. I mean, the Falcons kind of hanging in there. I mean, you think of the Niners and you think of the Falcons, and you feel like there's this huge gap, and there probably is. But the Niners are just one game ahead of the Falcons in the wild card race. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
And if the Falcons pull this out, the Falcons might actually be in the spot for a wild card, which is insane to think about. But they could be. But I don't think it happens. I think the Niners are actually playing amazing ball. I think they're one of the best rosters in the league and most complete teams.
Yep.
And I'm going to say Niners win this one 37-24 over Atlanta.
I like it. I'm with you. I think Niners win this one too. Like I said last week, the Falcons can only win games on the road, and this game is in the Bay. So, this could be a game they pull out somehow, some way. But I do not really see it happening. I even think Niners minus 9.5 is free. They're streaking really hard right now, and I really think this team is on the upswing. So, yeah. Give me Niners all day. Niners minus 9.5. Niners winning 31-20. Let's see if they can make a good run for the playoff in these last 4 games. Let's move on though to an NFC West matchup, which should have been a good one, but it won't be. Seahawks at Rams. I'm just gonna run through the injuries and then bounce it over to you, Ray Swag. It is today double COVID outbreak on both sides of the ball. Tyler Lockett's out. Darrell Henderson's out with COVID. Odell Beckham's out with COVID. Alex Collins is out with COVID. And then DK Metcalf has a Q tag for the week. So he didn't practice on Wednesday. So this game is just, it's a mess. It's a 4.5-point spread, Ray. Where's this game going?
Yeah, that's rough. I feel bad for it. This COVID outbreak stuff is rough, dude. It's really sad to see. I don't know how this game is going to go. It'll be interesting. I do think the Rams win. It's either going to be like a close game and then the Rams extend late, or the Rams will have it in the bag and the Seahawks will make a run late. I'm gonna go Rams win this one like 31-23 is what I'll say.
Yeah, I think Rams won this one for sure. I think it's gonna be close. Without Tyler Lockett and possibly no DK, I just don't think Russ is gonna get the ball to anyone. It's like Jalen Ramsey on who, like Freddie Swain. Like what is that guy gonna do? Like, let's be real
Right.
here.
Right.
Give me Rams 28-14. I think Rams 4.5. It's probably moved because when I was doing this, like at noon, was when Tyler Lockett got announced out. Let me just look real quick to see if the line changed. No, it's still no, it's 5.5 now. So it's already moved a point in about an hour. But yeah, give me Rams all day. Rams -4.5. Rams -5.5. I think they win by 2 touchdowns. Let's move on to Packers at Ravens. Both these QBs have not practiced this week, but Aaron Rodgers hasn't practiced in weeks. I think they both play on Sunday, and it should be a pretty good matchup between the Packers and the Ravens. Where's this game going, Ray?
Yeah, Packers Ravens. I think this would be a good game. Is Lamar Jackson playing? I think he is, right?
Well, he hasn't practiced this week, but I think he's gonna play. He's gonna play probably.
I think he will too. And because of that, I'm gonna say the upset happens. The upset of the week that no one is seeing coming.
Wow.
The Ravens prevail over the Packers. Every good team will slip up once in a while, and this is the week. Ravens win it on a 58-yard Justin Tucker field goal with time expiring. 31-28, Ravens get the dub.
Wow. I did not expect that one.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we were talking about it earlier. Ravens are one of the most injured teams in the NFL, but you believe in them, I guess.
I do.
I hope for your sake that Lamar Jackson plays. Yeah, that sucks. I like Packers a lot. Their defenses are playing decently this season. They're middle of the pack defense. Aaron Rodgers has been airing the ball out, playing really well. His connection with Devante Adams has been beautiful. He hasn't practiced in like a month yet. He's still he's just doing crazy things on Sunday. I think he just drinks beer all week and then shows up on Sunday and balls out. It's kind of crazy. He's definitely not going to be Tom Brady throwing the best ball he has ever thrown at 44, the way he treats his body compared to Tom Brady. But I think Packers win this game all day. Give me Packers 34-14. Love Packers -6. But yeah, let's move on to Sunday Night Football. This should be a great one. Last time they matched up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers behind Trevor Siemian took the dub and upset the Bucs. Will this game be different, Ray?
Will this game be different? Well, I'm going to be honest. The answer is no. Wait. No, yeah, the Bucs are winning this game.
Okay, so yes, it will be different. Okay,
yes,
good.
it will be different. Okay.
I was also saying, dude, no, you're not doing this 2 games in a row.
I got the Bucs winning 38-10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't think this will be close. I think the Bucs are hitting their stride. Fournette is looking like an elite running back. I mean, this Bucs team is hitting on all cylinders, and the Saints team is just down bad. I absolutely have Bucs crushing the Saints 38-10.
Fournette did not practice today. Does that change your mind at all or no?
No, Bucs are winning.
I agree. I think without Fournette they win. They have a pretty good backfield. Regardless of if Fournette's playing. Bucs -10.5 should be free. We'll see though. I'm probably gonna stay away from this game betting just because of how weird their last game was.
It's minus what?
-10.5.
Ooh, interesting.
So, but yeah, give me Bucs 35-24 over the Saints this Sunday night. Going into Monday Night Football, we have the Vikings at the Bears. Kirk Cousins on prime time.
Oh no.
Where's this game going, Ray?
Look, I know it's Kirk Cousins on prime time, but the Vikings are actually playing out of their mind. They're playing very well right now. I just don't think this is a good Bears team. I know they were interesting against the Packers. They scored some points. But honestly, that was just thanks to Jakeem Grant being an absolute beast.
Texas Tech legend.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings win this one. The Bears might make it interesting. I'll say 27-20 Minnesota gets the dub here.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay away from this game betting. I don't like betting on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, no, I felt that.
He's 1-9 on Monday Night Football in his career.
Right.
And his only win ever on Monday Night Football came last year against the Bears. So,
goodness.
I just don't like betting on him in prime time. He's just, and I mean, just in general, he's so inconsistent. But I am going to take the Vikings 2017. Um, I just think they win this game. I think they're the better team, and I think that they have the better coaching situation, especially. So but although Matt Nagy has been doing some weird plays with Jakeem Grant and utilizing him a lot,
Yeah, as he
and
should.
he's using him like they didn't use Cordell Patterson when he was there,
Right.
and it's like Cordell Patterson is like, I mean, I love Jakeem Grant, but Cordell Patterson is just like a way better version of Jakeem Grant in terms of like just athleticism, agility, stuff like that.
Not quite as
So
fast.
they're pretty close. They're pretty close. I mean, Jakeem Grant's really fast, but so is Cordell Patterson. But still, I mean, I don't know. Matt
No, I
Nagy
mean I do
is,
agree with that. Like
I guess
Cordell Patterson's obviously a beast. He deserves to be in the Pro Bowl this year.
yeah, for sure. He's Matt Nagy's fighting for his job, but
I think it's done. I think he's gonna be fired.
yeah, probably end of season. But I mean, who knows? They win the next four, and they make the playoffs. Who knows?
They're
But
not making. What are they? 4-8, 4-8, 4-9. I don't think they're making it.
they have the second easiest strength of schedule remaining. They play the Giants, Seahawks, and the Vikings twice. They could definitely go 4-0, but yeah, they probably would make the playoffs at 8 and 9. So
Well, they have to beat the Vikings first.
yeah, that's true. So we'll see what we get. We'll see what Justin Fields can pull out on Monday night. But yeah, we're both agreeing on the Vikings anyways. So, but yeah, that'll conclude our predictions, and we will move on to our Week 15 fantasy locks. Now, Ray was telling me before the show that he's a little nervous because he doesn't want people to lose money because of him. And I assured him that, he knows football well enough to where any of these picks have the probability of going off.
Well, listen, I had George Kittle last week, who did have a really good game. He did have a good game.
If you took George Kittle, you got it. So
right. So, but then I also picked Terry McLaurin, who had 0 points. Granted, he got a concussion in the third quarter, but still wasn't producing. But I will say, anyone who played him, I went down with you. I played him as well. So, frick, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I would say most time, unless some news comes out that changes my lineup, for myself at least, I don't know about Ray, but I play the people that I show on the show. And right now, I'm on a 3-win streak in fantasy. I've been streaking after going on a 5-loss streak. I'm now 3 weeks in a row. It's so weird. I started the season 5-1, and then I lost 5 in a row, and now I'm on a 3-win streak. So, yeah, it's been a weird season for me. But let's go ahead and start off our fantasy locks. Ray, who is your first lock of the week?
All right, so my first lock of the week, I think we've mentioned him on the pod before, but he's an absolute beast, best tackle breaker in the league, and him and Derrick Henry are 1 and 2 in my opinion. I mean, it's insane. Rookie UNC product Devante Williams, running back Denver Broncos. I love him this week against a weak Bengals run defense. And I think Devante Williams has a great game. I could see 80 yards, 3 catches, 4 catches, 1 or 2 touchdowns. He gets those goal line carries a lot of the time. So give me Devante Williams.
Yeah, I picked him last week.
Yeah.
And I mean, if Melvin Gordon didn't play last week, he would have had 4 touchdowns and like 190 yards. He's just waiting to be the running back one of a team, and when he is, he's going to be a top 3 back in the league.
Well, they're definitely just not going to. They're definitely just not going to re-sign Melvin Gordon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why would they? They have Javonte Williams, and he's
on a rookie contract.
He's fantastic. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. I love it. The Cincinnati run defense is not ranked great. What are they ranked? They are the I don't know. I can't find it. Sorry, I didn't have it up. But they haven't been great. A few running backs popped off against them. But also Javonte Williams gets the targets. So that's always good PPR. He's 6.1K on DraftKings. How much is he on FanDuel?
So FanDuel, he's currently about, I want to say 7 exactly. He's 7 exactly.
That's pretty good. For FanDuel. Yeah, I like the pick. I'll move on to my first lock of the week. It is also a running back. It is Sony Michel. Darrell Henderson's out with COVID. He's going to get 25 carries again against an awful Seattle defense. I mean, he's in a really good spot. They don't have OBJ. They're going to be leaning on Sony Michel, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson a lot. And I think Sony Michel, they're going to run out the clock, really want to preserve their health, and just use their backup running back, right? use him as the workhorse because when Darrell Henderson comes back for playoffs, they want him to be healthy. So he's 5.8K on DK, 6.8K on FanDuel. Love him versus Seattle. What do you think, Ray?
Yeah, I love that pick, man. Sony Michel's a beast. He was great in New England, and I love him on this Rams team.
Yeah. What's your second lock of the week?
All right, my second lock of the week is none other than Brandon Aiyuk, wide receiver of the San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan finally decided that he's a good player, which he's always been, but whatever. They're throwing him the ball. He had 6 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown against the Bengals. But the big thing for me is the 11 targets. He's finally getting that target share that he deserves. And I'm really, really excited to see him going against a 25th ranked Atlanta Falcons defense this week. I think, it's a huge wild card game for them, playoff implications. So they need this win, and I think they're going to go to Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah. I mean, I like Brandon Aiyuk a lot. I locked him in 2 weeks ago when they played the Seahawks. He was my fantasy lock that week. And because they didn't even have Deebo Samuel, and he gets 3 targets. And now the next week comes around, Deebo Samuel's back, and he gets 11 targets. I mean, it just makes no sense, and it's honestly kind of intimidating playing him because of how wishy-wash Kyle Shanahan and whoever's calling plays over there is with his target shares. I mean, Jimmy G doesn't have anything against him. He gives him targets most weeks, but I think he's just not schemed in sometimes. It's kind of scary. There's a lot of places to go with wide receiver this week because of all the COVID. So I don't know. I feel like this week will be pay up for running back in 2 spots, and then like a flex running back that's cheaper, and then you'll go to like a cheap wide receivers just because of how much COVID there is.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see him having a good game.
And he's currently 6,600 on FanDuel, which is not that expensive.
Let me see how much he is on this. He's 63 on DraftKings. That's a little expensive, honestly.
So better price on FanDuel for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely a good play on FanDuel, especially if he's gonna get those touchdown targets or red zone targets. That's really what you want on FanDuel. So, but let's move on to the final fantasy lock of the week. I love this play. Miami Dolphins players, I always go to him. Tua, he peppers his favorite target. Always. He peppers them, with these short passes. It's just these play action plays where he just dumps it off to some receiver. And guess who? His number 1 wide receiver, Jalen Waddle, is out. So who's up next? Devante Parker, who has never had less than 5 targets in a game, where in all of those games where he had 5+ targets, Jalen Waddle was already playing. And now he's out. I think that the best play of the week is going to be Devante Parker. He's 4.2K on DraftKings and 5.8K on FanDuel. I mean, let me just go through his targets real quick. He had, there he is. He had 5 targets last week. Then he was out for 4 weeks before that. But in week 8, he had 11. Week 4, he had 9. Week 3, he had 7. And the week before that, he had 9. And week 1, he had 7. So, I mean, he just gets peppered. And I just think he is the best play on the slate. He should go off against this weak Jets team, especially considering the entire running back room of Miami is out, as well as Jalen Waddle. I love him and Mike Gesicki this week.
There you go. Think? I love it, man. It's a great play. Devante Parker's a beast. He's tall. He's got good hands, and I'm excited to see what they do against a weak Jets secondary.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited for this week. A lot of people are going towards Mac Hollins against the Jets, but I think Devante Parker. They don't have a defensive back that's gonna be able to stick on him. So I don't know. I think it's free, but we will see. That could be a very good game. I'm super excited for this week. It's gonna be a fun weekend. That's gonna wrap up the episode for us. I want to say thank you as always to everyone who has stuck around all the way to the end. We appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget, if you have any questions that you want us to answer on next week's show, go ahead and shoot them over to our socials. It's Huddle Break on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or RaceWag_ on Twitter or on Instagram, whatever it is. Shoot them a DM, shoot them a tweet, and we will answer on the show. Anything else to say, Ray?
Hey, that's it. Excited to hear what you guys say.
All right, and as always, thank you so much for taking a break from the Huddle with us.